Hi everyone out there, this is Josh at TechPodge, and today I'm going to do a very quick video on Adobe Illustrator text-to-vector graphics. So this is a really important feature within Adobe Illustrator. It's actually their artificial intelligence for basically translating any prompts, text prompts, into graphics like you can see here. So I've already created this image with this tool, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So basically all you need to do is open up Illustrator, create an artboard first. As you can see, I've created this one behind this graphic. Then you're going to go over to the text-to-vector graphics tool, and you're going to select the type. And you've got 4 different types that you can choose from. I'm going to give you an example of each one, so stay tuned until the end to see all of them. And as you can see here, I've selected scene in this case, so since this is an overall scene. Then you're going to choose your prompt. You're going to basically write in your prompt. In this case, it's to show a large American flag on the moon with 2 astronauts. You can also change your setting here if you want more detail or less. I'm just going to keep it at the default of 3. But if you wanted more detail, of course, you could choose more. And then you're simply going to click the generate beta button, and that's going to generate up to 3 images at a time. Just to show you, if I click there, you can see it's now generating 3 new images. Now I'm going to cancel out of that because I'm happy with the one that I've generated here already. Before we go on, I actually want to show you how to transfer these variations to your artboard. So if I go over here, I've got a blank artboard already set up, and I'm going to transfer these variations to the artboard. So the easiest way to do this, in my experience and in my opinion, is to click on the shape tool, because that's going to allow you to create a placeholder on the artboard. So click onto the rectangle tool and simply draw the shape. Now this is already defaulted to another image, but not to worry, you can always select a different variation over here. So now you can see I can select any variation that I like, this one or that one or any of the variations over here. I'm going to stick with this one for now, and you can see it's basically got everything selected now because Adobe Illustrator assumes that you want to start manipulating or changing this object right away. And in fact, if you zoom in, you can see everything has been selected. So if I use the direct selection tool, I can now basically pull any of these anchors by double clicking on them, and now I can actually change the shape or the color. So that's a really important thing to know. You're not stuck with any of these variations. You can change them at any time. You simply go into it and click on the anchor paths, points, colors, and so on. Now, there's one other way to drag in images, and that's simply to drag them in. So you can use the placeholder tool, or let me just move this out of the way, or you can also simply drag them in. So if I simply click on this image here and I drag it over, I then decide where I want to go. I click there, and then I click once more outside to deselect the anchor points, and there's the new image. So again, you can either drag and drop it in, or you can use a placeholder, and I think that's the easiest way to do it. And that also allows you to look through all of your different images very easily. So you can see this is a different type that you can generate, the subject, and that basically shows the same prompt. It's going to generate something, it's going to use the same prompt, but it's going to generate it without a background. So now you've got some different variations to choose from. I think this one is pretty cool, but again, if you don't like it, you can always generate some more. And let's also look at some icons, the icon type. So again, this is the same prompt here, but now it's for an icon. So if you want something really simple, to use for a website or something else for a web illustration, this is a good thing to keep in mind. You can also create patterns. So over here, I've created a few different patterns, and I'm going to show you here. If you click on pattern, you can see that you've got different options. I believe in this case, I type this prompt in. It shows some of my recent history here, so you can see shining stars, galaxies, and planets in the night sky. So I like this one in particular. I think this is great, this variation. And what I'd like to do is put it behind the background of one of my other generated graphics. So I'm going to go back to the subject graphic here, which I think is really nice. And I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to go over here and click on the shape tool. So if I click on the shape tool, I'm going to use the rectangle tool once again, and I'm going to drag over top of that. And as you can see, the pattern that I last selected is already showing there. And I can send that to the back by simply right-clicking now and going down, scrolling down to look for arrange, and then simply clicking send to back. And now it's sent it to the very back, which is really cool. So now I've got this background pattern here that I generated with a different prompt. This one over here, as you can see, and now it's sitting behind this graphic. So it's pretty cool, actually. It's a really, really nice feature within Adobe Illustrator. It's definitely something that's really important to know about. And hopefully you've liked this video and you've learned something. And if you did, then I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And I'd appreciate it even more if you'd subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to give you many more videos just like this one, and also on many different Adobe programs. So please join up, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for joining. Bye.